Hi, I'm Sanjay and I'm Chief Digital Officer for Genpact. One of the questions I often get from candidates looking to evaluate the company is, who's Genpact? What's the journey we're on? And what's our purpose? And I thought I'd take a few minutes just to give you my perspective on some of those very important questions if you're thinking about joining us in our team. Genpact's a company that started over 20 years ago as a shared services within a large manufacturing corporation and subsequently spun out to become a private and then eventually public and a large leader in business process outsourcing. We caught the talent wave early across the globe. We were able to invest and build out a set of capabilities. And one of the best things we did in that journey, that was the first part of our journey, was actually built out the science of processing, what we call a SEP blueprint, if you will, of sorts, that allowed us to think about a top-level metric for a business process and then break it down into the end-to-end process that actually defined that metric in level 1, level 2, level 3, L4, L5. And it gave us the basis to be very scientific about addressing outcomes by being able to train and tune different knobs in that scientific blueprint layout. We took that and we evolved into the second part of a journey. In that journey, we were a leader in intelligent operations. And really what that meant was we took the work we did for clients and we started taking those blueprints and putting digital technologies in different knobs and different levels to change that. And that was a period of experimentation, trying, testing, piloting a set of technologies. But the best thing that happened is we were able to curate a set of capabilities, a set of technologies in experience, in automation, in analytics, and in artificial intelligence that we could replicate, that we could implement on our own nickel, at our own cost, with our skin in the game, and get it done successfully. We then took the best thing that came out of that second phase of our journey and moved into the journey that we're in today. This is a third phase of our journey. We call this digital transformation. And our teams today work with clients to be able to come and understand their business problem and design, if you will, the customer journeys that they need to have in their business of the future. And then work back from that schematic, from that understanding to design operations, to design the application stack, to be able to insert systems of engagement, systems of intelligence, artificial intelligence components, to really redesign that value proposition, to be able to bring that company up and its value proposition in a very differentiated way. And we do that with clients across the globe. As you will have learned otherwise, we sell mostly to Fortune 500 companies. So these are large corporations across the globe that we work with hand in hand, join at the hip to get these digital transformations live. And that's the business we're in. So you can quickly see how we've evolved through three phases of our life to get to where we are. I thought it'd also be important for me to share a little bit about where we're headed. And the next phase for us, and we don't get there tomorrow morning, by the way, but the next phase for us is actually leadership with AI and artificial intelligence. Now, we think artificial intelligence is going to change the future of work. And the work of the future is going to be very different. It's going to be augmentation, AI augmented, higher value added work. And we're transitioning ourselves into that world. But more importantly, as we work with clients, we're focusing on the future of AI in the workforce. And one of the ways we think about it is we think about horizontal platforms. These are large scale providers like Google and Microsoft and Amazon and many others that bring large capabilities to play in a horizontal fashion. But we believe that the way to materialize AI for practical business-to-business, real-life applications in the business world is going to be the combination of those horizontal capabilities, a plank of sorts with a set of spikes that sit on top of it, with a set of pillars. And these, if you will, are going to be domain-infused, goal-oriented, contextualized in the context of data science, goal orientation for machine learning. So there's going to be domain-specific tuning of that and the applicability of it in a specific narrow use case. And I often describe the total area under the curve of these spikes and these this one plank as the materialized value of AI for enterprises. And the point I'm trying to make is we have a role to play and we're focused on actually delivering to that value, to figuring out the vertical spikes, the domain contextualized, the data cured and trained implementation of AI to specific problems. And we have a history of understanding processes. We have a depth in domain, so the contextualization, the goal orientation becomes very doable. And we have data from decades of operation in the business that we can use to train those algorithms. So one way to think about us is a company that is transforming ourselves at the core, that we're on a journey and we evolve as we go along, that we started as a leader in business process outsourcing, that we became a leader in intelligent operations, that we're today a leader in digital transformations. And yet, even as we're sitting here saying that today, we're looking to become a leader in AI. And the role that you and other team members that are looking to join us could play is help us realize that vision, is help us bring that to life, and is to work hand in hand with the data, with the domain, and the technology that we bring into play to make all of this happen. I hope I get to work with you. Thanks for your time today.